You weren't born in a palace. You were born on felt, Mongolian steppe, early 1200s. The delivery room is a round yurt that smells like smoke, milk, and horse. Your first lullaby is wind trying to rip the door off its hinges. Your first toy is a knot in a rope. Outside, there's nothing. No walls, no roads. Just grass that never ends, and a sky so big it feels like a threat. In 1206, a man named Temujin is elected Chinggis Khan. That's not a title. It's an operating system. A federation becomes an engine. And you, little bundle on a felt mat, are future fuel. You learn to ride before you learn to read. Because reading doesn't save you from wolves or raiders, riding does. Your childhood curriculum is simple. Don't fall off the horse. Don't waste arrows. Don't argue with adults who can kill you with a glance. Food? You don't cook, you preserve. Milk becomes arag, fermented mare's milk, lightly alcoholic, sour, and cold. Steppe kombucha. Curds get dried into rock-hard snacks you can carry for weeks. Your jaw becomes a tool. Water is sacred and dangerous. Some rules are spiritual, some are practical, and some are just weird. One version of the Great Khan's law code forbids washing clothes in running water during thunder. Lightning is not just weather here, it's a warning from the sky. Now the army. Forget ranks like in movies. This is math. You are not a lone warrior, you are a digit. The Mongols organize people in tens, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, like a human spreadsheet. If one man runs, the whole 10 can pay. Teamwork, but with consequences. Your gear is not shiny, it's optimized. Your horse is small, stocky, tough, built for hunger. Not a pony in your mind, a living engine with a winter coat. You don't own one horse, you rotate them. Fresh legs, fresh speed, fresh survival. The saddle looks brutal, wooden, tall, with a high front and back that locks you in place. Short stirrups. You can stand while riding, hands free, torso twisting like a turret. A medieval stabilization rig. Your main weapon isn't a sword, it's the bow. Not a longbow. A compact composite bow. Wood, horn, sinew, curved like a loaded spring. It fits on horseback. It hits hard. In real fighting, you shoot close enough to punch through armor. This isn't sport archery, this is penetration physics. And you don't shoot once and wait for the hero moment. You shoot in waves. Ordered ranks ride in, loose several arrows, wheel away before contact, and the next wave replaces them. Same logic as a conveyor belt, except the belt is horses and the product is panic. Quick stats. Step edition. Platform, horse. Weapon, composite bow. Attack pattern, hit, turn, hit again, don't get grabbed. Backup, saber, lance, lasso, knife. Armor, you want light. You're not a castle, you're a missile. Lamellar plates, leather and iron laced together, flex with your body. Heavy mail is rare out here. It's hard to make, harder to repair when you live on grass and distance. Myth check. Myth. Every Mongol wears a magical silk shirt that stops arrows. Reality. The story gets exaggerated until it sounds like everyone had a luxury undershirt. Most of you are not the elite. You also carry something modern people will recognize instantly. A passport. It's called a paisa, a tablet that says, "This person speaks with authority." With it, you can demand horses, food, and shelter at relay stations across the empire. A medieval VIP badge. And those relay stations? That's the YAM system, a chain of posts spaced across the empire, stocked with fresh mounts and supplies. Messages can move faster than armies. 13th century broadband. Now you're ready for the part everyone remembers. The ride west. A trade caravan gets seized. Envoys get killed. Diplomacy snaps. The steppe doesn't do letters to the editor. It does consequences. You cross into a world of cities, walls, markets, and stone. People who think nomads can't take masonry. Your first shock is the smell. Cities stink differently than yurts. Too many bodies. Too much smoke trapped between walls. Too much sewage pretending to be a river. Your second shock is the noise. Stone cities don't creak like tents. They don't breathe. They wait. Then the Mongols do something outsiders don't expect. They bring engineers. Siege warfare isn't barbarian work. It's technical. It's logistics. It's patience with a deadline. You don't just shoot arrows at walls. You cut supply lines, build ramps, throw fire, and break morale. And in battle, you don't play the hero. No duels, no charging into steel for honor points. You circle, you shoot, you retreat, on purpose. The enemy follows, because humans love the feeling of winning. Then your circle tightens and their formation dissolves into panic. This is not just a tactic, it's a personality test, and most armies fail. You are not trying to kill everyone in a glorious moment. You are trying to break the machine that makes them fight. Commanders, supply, confidence. There's a cold efficiency to it. If your horse gets tired, you swap it. If your bowstring gets wet, you change it. If the enemy looks brave, you feed them a retreat and let their own courage pull them out of position. They think they are hunting you. You are hurting them. When a city surrenders, you learn another rule of the empire. Useful people don't die. Artisans, scribes, engineers, anyone who can build, count, or craft, gets pulled out of the chaos. The empire collects brains as efficiently as it collects horses. The rest is where legends get dark. Some accounts are vivid, some are propaganda, and some are both. What is certain is that the conquest is brutal, fast, and designed to make the next city surrender earlier, because fear is cheaper than siege engines. Zoom out for 1 second. At its peak, the Mongol Empire becomes the largest contiguous land empire in history. That's not a kingdom. That's a continent with a boss. But you don't live at peak. You live in today. Today is dust in your teeth. Today is sore thighs from riding. Today is also the constant math of survival. Do you drink Arog and stay warm or stay sharp? Do you chase the enemy and risk an ambush or hold position and look cowardly? Do you keep your oath and share loot or steal and pray nobody notices? Because the Great Khan's laws don't care if you're tired. If you get caught stealing from your own, you might not get a trial. You get an example, so you obey. You ride, you shoot. You watch cities burn from a distance and tell yourself it's not personal, it's policy. And then the steppe reminds you, you are mortal. An arrow doesn't care about your clan. A fall doesn't care about your rank. A fever doesn't care about your bow range. There's no heroic soundtrack when you die, just wind. Final scoreboard. The game always ends with numbers. Level, steppe horse archer. Build, mobility plus range damage plus logistics. Infographic, mount, Mongolian horse, stubborn endurance. Comms, YAM relay network, fresh horses, fast messages. Access pass, Paisa, medieval passport with privileges. Weapon, composite bow, compact power. Tactic, arrow storm waves, ride in, shoot, peel away. Armor, lamellar, light protection built for riding. And the biggest myth? Myth. The Mongols were just a wild horde. Reality, a horde doesn't build infrastructure. A horde doesn't run a relay network. A horde doesn't turn tribal chaos into decimal command. The Mongols didn't just conquer with horses, they conquered with systems. And you were born on felt, under a sky with no walls, and you spent your life proving that distance can be a weapon. If you want another life simulation like this, another era, another warrior, another set of rules, say the top. Because history doesn't repeat, it reloads.